And this is a bit of a worry, right? Because now, if it is going to be one of these standard pickups, then it could be a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
This, though, is a Zeka pick.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. This is a good pick for Zeka, but playing Ahri into Vi Talia doesn't sound like an enjoyable experience.
Nocturne. So we are just going to put the Rel into the support position, which is something that they could have obviously done from the beginning there. And so Peanut going to be diving into the backline, making things dark. And Nocturne Ahri is a pretty powerful combo.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much dive threat on this composition. Already having...
Oh, there's a nice charm from Zeka. Showmaker continuing to have a rough time. Foxfire not going to be quite enough. We'll see whether they do actually go for something like that. You can see Delight set up to try and do something to Showmaker here. As the charm connects, so does the Seismic Shove, and now Delight is making his way in. They find the crash down, and that is going to be the flash out from Showmaker. So I think they might have heard you aiming in Kellen, as Doran continuing to have a rough time, as Kingen just going to slice him up. That's a solo kill. Do a heck of a lot of damage. And that is a Ghost on Viper as well. So if he can ever lock down that Ruthless Predator onto the Zeri, it is danger. So I'm going to check this out from Kingen's perspective. Sort of waiting for those cooldowns to come back up again, and clears out every single minion, and it's a very comfortable slice and dice.
Yeah, so they're
farming his jungle as much as he possibly can, as Viper is going to get himself out. It's a decent hook onto the Rel, but the ulti through from Viper does do a lot of upfront damage to aiming. Bit of adrenaline, you could imagine, as now Lucid gets the flash off. That's just not spell shieldable. They chain the CC gorgeously, and Peanut is just going to be eradicated. And now, is this another one? Kingen, as the Q is going to miss. Will we have a slice and dice? The answer is no. And the Ghost
spell shields to really have any impact against them, or even against things like Seeker's Arm got his Onyas by comboing the flash with the ultimate. You just don't give the opportunity.
Kingen, I actually kind of thought that he was going to stay under there, but didn't. Unlike esports on the back foot, this might translate into a dragon. Let's have a look at this from Kellen's perspective. Oh, the flash, the chain.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And unfortunately, Kellen takes the kill.
Thresh carryね.
Thresh carry.
80 Thresh. There is just some people in the depths who just have, this is what they play every game, and that's what they do.
As there is the flash forward, Paranoia comes down, Peanut looking for some revenge, and he'll get it. As now, once again, a little bit of a alright, Charm going to be flashed here, as Showmaker needs to be careful, but he does have support from Lucid. The flash out from Zeka, and Peanut does find the fear, as now Delight coming on in. Good Charm is going to connect. DK still looking for a little bit more, as the Seismic Shove does come on through. So Mega Death Rocket, and the flash out from Peanut! Yeah, that's not a bad one.
Yeah,
maybe D+ will fight for it, we'll see.
It feels like we see both Showmaker and Lucid kind of positioned together, but then Lucid starts to move top to try and help with that play, but it's already over.
Yeah.
Zeka finds a really nice trade onto Showmaker, and then it gets very scrappy here. You know, forces a flash, but this knockback from Showmaker is so good. Allows Lucid to find the Vial, and just so many summoners burn on the back of this play, because Zeka loses his flash, then we see Delight going in and try and create some space, and then because of the ult from from aiming, Peanut has to be in his flash as well.
That flash was absurd from Peanut.
Oh!
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I expected. Yeah, it's a big wow.
D+ fans,
Devastating. A bit dangerous. Kingen is very strong. Zeka is just going to get dashed on. Look at that. The Eclipse complete, and Zeka is going to throw out the ulti. Doesn't get the charm though. Otherwise going to be fine. Peanut going to be spotted on this ward as in comes Lucid. Peanut can of course get out the spell shield, but this is going to be dangerous. Great crash down from Delight as the Paranoia comes on through. There's the slice and dice from Kingen though. Gets on top of Peanut, but it's a trade of junglers. And meanwhile, Doran just trying to get back to the rest of his team. Unfortunately, Kingen, he finds a big Culvermeek.
Where, unlike these
oh dear. He is going to try and get himself out of here. That is a decent playback. The hook was okay too, but he is just dead. As well as D+, being able to get Kingen into the right position, stay grouped up, get the target selection working out as Delight on a good flank angle for this Magnet Storm. They are grouped. There's the paranoia to start this one off. As in he goes, finds the backline, finds 4. That's going to be the Mountain Soul as well. Delight taking a lot of damage, but aiming as well, getting chunked down. All out from Doran. He wants to be able to kill the Jinx, and he does so. That is the job done. The hook going to come through from Kellen, but he is just going to die immediately afterwards. And
From all the mobility, Showmaker.
Yeah, Zeka is going to find the charm there. Absolutely gorgeous. He had to go in, try and find some sort of attempt at a pick or a steal or something, but just not to be the case. Is now Kingen going to give him the thumbs up, and he knows he's not going to be able to get in there. It is still going down pretty low as Lucid. Can he get the steal? The answer's no. Peanut blocks that one down, and now Kingen does find a huge Culver Meek, but I just don't know whether it's going to be enough. There's the first kill, though, for aiming. There's Peanut taking a lot of damage. The zap connects onto Viper, and that will slow him down, but Doran is just a brick wall. And Zeka, he has not a lot of mana, but he still has enough to get himself over this wall. And Viper is going to help lock down Lucid. Aiming, now trying to... Is he doing any damage? The answer's no.
Because I mentioned that yesterday, and I'm mentioning it again today.
I know.
My narratives.
Well, there's cease and desist. Zeka is taking a lot of damage. There's Dominus involved as well, so 800 gold going over to the Renekton, and now Peanut could be in trouble. He's going to try and fear Lucid, not actually going to come on through as Showmaker is just surfing his way down. Doesn't find the flick back onto Peanut, who is just walking. Super Mega Death Rocket going to come on through there as well, as Lucid is going to get a little bit scared. He was very tanky. It's happening once again, although now is in potentially a little bit of trouble. Doran does have access to the anti-CC. That is going to get him out of the flick. Hook going to connect this time around, though. He needs an extra few of those, and he is going to get thrown back now. Cease and desist as Doran once again going to get caught out, but the same thing's going to happen to Kingen, but he gets to turn into a giant angry crocodile. So it's just going to be the ultimate that he invests, and now 4 versus 5. For this Elder fight, Humble Life Esports, I think they still need to try and go for something. Paranoia still up and available, and Viper is still absolutely terrifying. There's a Magnustorm into the backline. As you can see, the Jinx is the main character of this one, but he is going to get feared. Peanut gets on top of him, and it's a 4v5, guys, and still Humble Life Esports are winning. Viper is going to take down Lucid, and it is an absolute disaster once again for D+ Kia. This Elder is going to belong to Humble Life Esports, and Showmaker can only watch. And even then, he may have to do so from the Death Chamber, as Peanut looking to get his revenge after a thumbs up is thrown his way.
We weren't going to see it.
No.
But he did this fantastic play, disengaged Delight perfectly.
Didn't at all. And now PA is completed. We're going to have a look at it one more time. Yeah, so you mentioned Kellen actually playing really, really well, and they managed to get the GA immediately on Viper as well, but then he just flashes away. Yeah,
I think the problem is you lose the Jinx, and that is like so much of your follow-through. Like the composition works on that you get a reset, you get the momentum. When your Jinx is the first to die, what do you do?
Yeah, well, not a whole lot, as it turns out. Just didn't really have the damage. Maybe I'm Meteor as well.
Maybe we're all Meteor deep down.
Deep down.
Sometimes you just see the big number, you see Viper playing Zeri, you're like, yeah, my brain likes this. You see that?
Yeah.
No, my brain's like, yeah.
And that was also pretty massive in that particular moment. As oh goodness, the Wrath of the Dragon coming on in here as Peanut is going to take down Kellen. There's the kill for Viper, who's looking for even more. Peanut grabbing himself a double in this fight at the same time as Delight is having a fun time throwing himself into the fountain. They'll take down these Nexus turrets.
He just wanted to kill aiming one last time.
He really did. Just being the cavalry, as there's the flash on forward. It's a triple in the end, I believe, for Peanut. And Showmaker actually having a bit of a grin on his face at the end of that one.